I believe that water is the life of every community. This is why I am passionate about what I do. I feel honored to provide high-quality, safe drinking water to so many people. EJ Water's mission is to grow our families, communities, and businesses by serving reliable and affordable water. We seek to provide services and encourage and improve the quality of life in rural areas. My name is Patrick Odell, and I am proud to be the Chief Operator for Delbert Mundt Water Treatment Plant. Here at our surface water treatment plant, we are capable of producing 3 million gallons a day at a max flow rate of 2,080 gallons per minute. At this rate, it takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes for the water to flow through the plant to become safe drinking water. The raw water pumps in the plant pull the water from the reservoir and pump it up to the top of the head tank, which is high enough to allow the water to gravity flow through the entire plant. As the water comes into the plant, we inject chlorine dioxide for our primary disinfectant. Chlorine dioxide is used like chlorine, but it's a far more effective oxidizer and disinfectant against waterborne pathogenic microbes. Since chlorine dioxide is a very short-lived molecule, we use advanced technology to generate it on site, which uses sodium chloride solution and electrochemistry to produce the product. We mix aluminum sulfate and cationic polymer with the water at the head tank. These two chemicals are used as coagulants to bond with the suspended solids to form larger insoluble particles. As the water leaves the head tank, it flows into two separate solids contact clarifiers called claricones, which is where much of the water treatment occurs. The claricones use the water's hydraulic energy created by the height of the head tank to drive the water through these 66,000 gallon vessels. The water enters through two separate inlet lines at the bottom of each claricone, which are positioned on each side in opposite directions of flow to start a circular motion and create a helical flow through the entire vessel. Eventually, the coagulated particles become large and heavy and form what is called floc. During this process, we soften the water using hydrated lime to raise the pH, which will cause the calcium hardness to become insoluble and precipitate. The lime and the floc form what is called a sludge blanket, which will help maximize the use of coagulants in lime. As the water leaves the clarifier, the pH is around 10.2 and needs to be lowered to stop the softening process. This is done through the use of a recarbonation vessel, which uses carbon dioxide to lower the pH to a stable level. Next, the water flows into 4 filters. The filters have 3 different layers of filtration media. The top layer consists of 30 inches of granular activated carbon called GAC, which is about the same material used in a carbon filter that is sold in stores for faucets and refrigerators. The GAC is used to absorb odors and various other contaminants. The middle layer is anthracite, which is a coal-based media and is used mainly to remove turbidity. The bottom layer is sand and is also used for turbidity removal. Each filter is backwashed every 100 hours of runtime to maintain water quality. After the filters, the water is injected with chlorine and fluoride and gravity flows to our 100,000 gallon clear well. The clear well is used for detention time with the chlorine to disinfect the water before it is pumped into our 1 million gallon storage tank, where it is stored until the water is pumped out to the distribution system. As the water is being pumped to the ground storage tank, we introduce an ammonia solution to use the available chlorine in the water to form a monochloramine. The monochloramine molecule is more stable and will maintain a proper disinfection residual longer than just regular chlorine. Also, the monochloramine doesn't cause taste and odor issues associated with regular chlorine. Throughout the treatment process, we have numerous online analyzers to monitor the flow and quality of the water, including turbidity, pH, and disinfection residuals. For EPA compliance and additional quality control, we also pull water samples from various stages in the treatment process and analyze it in our lab. With various instruments in our lab, we are able to test the water for parameters including pH, alkalinity, hardness, turbidity, nitrites, nitrates, temperature, and several different disinfection residuals. Our entire system here, including this plant, is highly automated through the use of our supervisory control and data acquisition, also known as the SCADA system. This system collects data from pressure transmitters, level transmitters, online analyzers, flow meters, and valve actuators throughout the plant and the distribution system to control various processes. The SCADA system also allows us to control and monitor the water plants and distribution system from a computer or mobile devices. The data from the system is collected and stored and can be viewed through trends or automatically generated reports. Like many of our other facilities, the Delbert Mundt Water Treatment Plant has an automatic backup generator that will allow us to run at full capacity in the event of a power outage. Using the best treatment practices since opening in the fall of 2010, we have won the best tasting water in Illinois for 2013 by the American Water Works Association and in 2015 by the Illinois Rural Water Association.